the world is challenged by issues that affect us all. From climate change to equality, global issues demand global solutions. This raises the question, what can we do to help? Employees from EFL Global and its sister companies are on their way to fulfill a promise they made 4 years ago: to restore, empower, and revive a paradise. The Bundala National Park, located at the southern tip of Sri Lanka, is a haven for scores of migratory birds, traveling thousands of miles seeking refuge. It is also one of the most sensitive and vulnerable national parks in the country. The park has been underrated in the conversation of national parks in Sri Lanka. Bundala was the first wetland park in Sri Lanka to be granted the Ramsar wetland protected status due to the sensitivity of its ecosystem.
Yeah, we picked Bundala for a few reasons. One is it's a Ramsar site that has importance to contribute to the world ecosystem. On top of that, Bundala is a sort of a neglected property sometimes because many doesn't know the importance of it. So rejuvenation means it's not only planting trees but making people aware of the importance of this Bundala National Park and to preserve that for the future generations.
In time, phenomena, both natural and man-made, have threatened to disrupt this fragile ecosystem. One of the main threats faced by this paradise is the spread of invasive plants, usurping the habitats of the fauna and flora that make Bundala thrive. In 2018, following the removal of the invasive plants, EFL stepped in to replant and reintroduce conducive plants to the ecosystem in an attempt to revive the ecosystem under threat. A study conducted with the guidance of the Department of Wildlife resulted in the choosing of appropriate plant saplings, which were then sourced from a dedicated plant nursery in Kobe, Ghana.
And we took on the challenge of rejuvenating Bundala by planting 125,000 plants over a period of 5 years. Why we selected 5 years is that the plants has to be indigenous plants that are akin to this area, and it has to be planted just tapping the right time the monsoon period that is into Bundala sector. So we managed to do that, and now we see that though we estimated to be planted 125,000, we have exceeded that amount to plant 133,300 plants.
Yeah, the Bundala reforestation program has been at the core of EFL's heart, in the sense that we are a transportation company and we are mindful of the carbon contribution. So this was a significant interest for us to take this up. Everybody has participated in this in the organization, top to bottom, initiated by Sabrina, who headed our CSR at that time. She was very passionate about what she was doing, and particularly this project. And it's amazing to see the outcome of this.
The challenge was arduous and complicated. The goal was to cover an area of around 400 acres and maintain the planted saplings till they grew to adulthood. Reviving Bundala had to be sustainable and long-term. The challenge of maintenance and protection posed many logistical difficulties, but also presented an opportunity to engage and empower the communities living in proximity to the park.
මගේ නම තිලක්. මම ජීවත් වෙන්නේ බූන්දල වනෝද්‍යානයේ ඇතුලේ ගමක. ඒ දැන් ඉස්සෙල්ලාම කටු කඳුරු තමයි තිබුණේ. ඒක මහා පිටි වාගේ තිබුණේ. ඒ වල තමයි අපි හිටෙව්වේ. හිටවල දැන් අපේ උසට තියෙනවා. අපිට දකින්න හරි ආසයි. ඒ ගස් ගියාම අපිට හිටවපුව කියලා. අපේ ඒ කියන්නේ අපි ආසයි කැලේට. සත්තු හවසට වැවට අලි බහිනවා, මෝ එනවා, ඌර එනවා. ඒක දැක්කම එන සුද්දොන්ට උනත් හරි ආසාවක් තියෙනවා. අපේ කට්ටිය කීයක් හරි හොයාගන්නවා. අපි දැන් ওই වැඩ කරා වගේ අපි අසරණ කොල්ලෝ ඉන්නේ. ඒ කොල්ලෝ ගිහිල්ලා ඉතින් කීයක් හරි හොයාගෙන අම්මලා තාත්තලාත් ඒ කාලේ බීලා මේ ගමේ තමයි ජීවත් වෙන්නේ. ගස් විනාශ කරන කට්ටිය නෙමෙයි ඉන්නේ බූන්දල. ගස් වවන කට්ටිය ඉන්නේ. ගොවිතැන උනත් කරගෙන හරි ලස්සනට ගහක් උනත් ගහකොළ වවාගෙන එහෙම ජීවත් වෙන කට්ටිය ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් මේ වගේ දෙයක් අපිට ඇවිල්ලා පිහිටුන එක මහා ලොකු ආනිසංසයක් ඒක.
So at EFL, we have 7 core values, of which one is conscious. It's always been in our DNA to also spread kindness and goodness. So in 2019, we launched EFL Global Goodness, which was meant to cultivate a conscious mindset amongst all of our employees globally and also engage them in all of the ongoing projects that we have. So the long-term sustainable projects, we have our employees come and engage and they volunteer and they learn what it means to be conscious and they learn what it means to be sustainable, and then they take it back homes and they practice it in their everyday lives.
A dream was put into fruition 4 years ago. Through many hardships and trying times, including a global pandemic and a nationwide economic crisis, EFL's dedication to its promise has reaped the fruit of its labor 4 years later.
Today is the end of a very courageous, bold move started by Sabrina, who was head of the CSR and sustainability for Expo Lanka Freight, or EFL as they call it. When she came and told me that she wanted to initiate a tree planting campaign at Bundala National Park of 125,000 trees, I thought that was a very, very ambitious task. Nevertheless, on this day of joy and sorrow, joy of a completion of a vision that she had, sorrow remembering on her second year death anniversary as it falls today. But I'm glad a vision and a program to fulfill this whole mission of growing 125,000 trees was exceeded, and we have grown now 133,000 trees, and it's a happy moment for us. And thank you, Sabrina, for initiating this project. Thank you, EFL staff for completing this project, and I wish all of us and ourselves the very best.
EFL, being a leading global provider of logistical solutions, renders the same amount of care and value it extends to its clients when giving back to the world and attempting to solve global issues.